A subscriber of mine asked me to do this a few months ago, I think like May, but I'm only just getting around to it now because I am bad at time management. So I'm sorry if you're watching this that it took me so long. So I gathered a group of things that I own that are my favorites. I have favorite items that I don't have right now because they're either discontinued or I just can't afford to buy a new one. But I gathered the ones that I do own, and I have beauty as well as, you know, some hair and some skin, which I don't know if those count as beauty. I don't know. We'll start with the makeup first because makeup's fun. So let's get into it. Firstly is the primers. I use 3 different kinds of primers. Not every day. I only use one of them kind of every day. I don't wear makeup every day. But if I wore makeup every day, I would probably use them every day. First is the e.l.f. Mineral Eyeshadow Primer. The consistency of it is not super thick, but it's not super thin either. It gives a really good amount of coverage, which you don't really need the primer to do, because you're just going to put eyeshadow over it usually. But if you don't want to wear eyeshadow, it would actually be kind of helpful anyway. Does that make sense? It's not too oily. It's not going to dry you out, and it's not going to cause creasing or anything like that. It's a primer, so it's obviously made to do the opposite. But just a note, it's safe to use no matter what kind of skin texture you have. So next are the face primers. One of them is actually a pore eraser, but I use it as a primer because it works for that anyway. One that I use more often is the L'Oreal Magic Perfecting Base, which looks like this. Can you see it? It's an interesting texture. It's kind of like a mousse. If you don't blend it in right, you will actually be able to see it, but if you're thorough, you don't gotta worry about it. The last of the primers, which is the pore minimizer, is the Maybelline Baby Skin. I discovered recently that it helps my skin a lot, specifically because it's dry. It's more of an oily consistency, so it kind of puts oil into my skin as opposed to taking it out. I don't know if that makes any sense. Moving on to eye products. I'm sorry. I usually don't do a lot to my eyes, which you have seen in my videos pretty much for the past couple of months at least. I'm just not always in the mood for eyeshadow like I was today. These are, 3 of them are eyeliner, because I love eyeliner. This one is the BH liquid eyeliner. I'm a really big fan of this. This is my second one, because I tried very hard not to use the last one up, and it took me quite a long time before I did. I like it because it's fine, it'd be a fine tip, and it dries really fast, so it's not going to smear on your face, but it is definitely not waterproof. So I can't wear it all the time, and if I do, I only wear it on my eyelid, not as the wing, because my eyes water a lot, and that would just be too messy. So in place of that, when I can't have it on my eyes because they're watery as fuck, I like to wear gel eyeliners. I prefer gel over liquid, like straight up liquid, just because those are way too messy for me, and I have a lot of trial and error when I'm putting on eyeliner. So these are just my solution to that. This isn't my preferred one, but I, like I said, don't own the one that I really like. This is my second favorite though. It's from the Fergie line that Wet n Wild has, and it's just a regular black eyeliner. Oop, there we go. It's how do I explain it? The one that I really like is, I think by Maybelline. I think it's their Maybelline Eye Studio line, but I could be totally wrong. Don't quote me on that. The consistency of that is really good too, but it's a little too oily for my liking, as opposed to the Maybelline one, which is more creamy, and it's a little easier to work with than this one is. But this one's a really good second option. So it's up to you. The last of the eyeliners is just a regular pencil eyeliner, and it's also by Wet n Wild because they're one of my favorite brands, next to Maybelline, I would say. It is their Color Icon, just regular eyeliner. It's a regular pencil eyeliner. Nothing super special about it, except for the fact that it goes on really really good. I like when it goes on dark and really dense. And a lot of eyeliners that I've used, they don't go on as heavily as I want them to. And the final eye-related item is a mascara. Now, I'm not a mascara person usually, but if I do choose to wear mascara, I've been going to this one lately. It is the Maybelline Lash Sensational Mascara that I showed off before. I would say it's just a standard mascara, but it goes on a lot better than some of the other ones that I own. It's got more of, other mascaras are kind of thick, and with this it's actually pretty thin and goes on really effortlessly, I guess is the word. It's actually more of a liquid than anything, and I think that's probably why I like it. It just takes a tiny bit longer to dry, but that's the only downside to it. So, again, you form your own opinions, try it out, see what you think of it. So now are the eyebrow items. I've only just recently started doing anything to my eyebrows, but I've been doing them long enough to know what I prefer and what I don't. And as far as I know, as far as I've experienced, I've preferred the powder filler. BH's Studio Pro Brow Palette. Can you read it? Oh, wow. I hate when they make things shiny. I can't show you. See it? But the reason why I like this palette actually is because it has powder and gel in it. So if I'm ever in the mood, I can do gel if I want to. I showed it off in another video, so I'm not gonna like open it, and I've also used it a lot since then. It's a little bit messy. My second favorite is the e.l.f. brow kit, and I use this a lot in my videos before. Makeup videos, when I would do makeup videos. It's a powder and a gel duo, which I seem to like for some reason. The last real cosmetic-y, I guess, item is concealer. And this is one of the topics that I am most experienced with because I have tried a lot of concealer. Now, my favorite that I've ever used was discontinued 2 years ago, a year ago, maybe? So I had to find a replacement for it, and the one that I have now is actually the closest that I've ever come. It is the CoverGirl Ready Set Gorgeous concealer. I don't know what color because it doesn't say on here, so I'm assuming all their concealer is the same color. I don't know. It's probably the lightest one though, if you were interested in which one I use, because I'm clear. I have clear skin, as in see-through, as in I'm so pale, I'm not even here. It's a good creamy texture that again is not too thick that it messes with my dry skin, but it's also not too thin that you don't see anything. It's sturdy. It's a sturdy concealer. So for lips, I am not actually going to do lipsticks. I don't wear lipstick that often. I just don't. But I do have 2 lip balms, chapsticks. I don't know. I usually like Burt's Bees quite a lot, but I don't have one right now. I just ran out of it, and I had to get a cheaper alternative, which ended up being the chapstick Mango Sunrise. I don't know what makes it different from regular chapstick, but it feels different on your lips, and it's a lot more moisturizing. I don't feel like I have to put it on constantly, but I do anyway. The other one is, I am going to say this so totally wrong, EOS, I don't know. I like them a lot though. I prefer the summer fruit one, I think is what it's called, but this one's not that bad either. I think this is a honeydew flavor. Now these are a hit or miss. It depends on what you like in your chapstick / lip balm. If you like it to be light, then I would not go for these. They're very much more waxy than anything, as opposed to the chapstick, which is lighter. I mentioned that I have dry skin, and I've tried many things to aid in my struggles with the little flakes that I get everywhere. The thing that I have found that works closest to the best is the Clean and Clear Morning Burst moisturizer. It's oil-free, so it's not going to make you feel nasty after you use it. You don't feel it after you put it on and it has dried, which is really nice. It's a lightweight formula, so it's not gonna get all make you feel like you're just rubbing butter on your face. I found that you can use it as many times in a day as you want and it still won't make you super overly oily. So it just depends. It could not work for other people as much as it works for me. I'm just saying it's my favorite. So if you're more of a lotion person, then I got you covered there too. There's a brand called Dermasil that makes a specialized formula for dry skin, and it looks like that. I get these from the dollar store, and this is 8 ounces for $1, which is amazing, and it's a really, really good product. Like, it's not crap. I use it when I get out of the shower, and I don't have any kind of dry patches or anything like that for at least the rest of the day. I'm not so sure about the next day because I don't really pay attention, but it's really good for keeping you hydrated, or at least the moment. Along with that, they have specialized lotions for night and day. They have their night cream, which is made to sit on your skin while you're sleeping and just kind of keep it nice and moisturized until the morning. And then they have the day one to just help lock that in and keep you nice and fresh, I guess. I don't know. I've had a really good experience with them so far. They're hypoallergenic, so they're not gonna like break you out or anything. At least they shouldn't. I don't know. They don't break me out. Just be careful, I would say. If you're gonna try something new like this, be careful. Last item that I have is a hair item. I only have one because I don't do much to my hair aside from wash it. But I put this on whenever I wash it and wanna, you know, put heat on it or anything like that. Whenever I wanna mess with my hair or do something that's not particularly healthy for it, I'll put this on. It's the one and only argan oil. Argan oils can get quite expensive, and I'm not gonna lie. This one was about $9 for this little bottle at Sally Beauty Supply, but this has lasted me forever because you really only need a couple of drops. If you put too much on your hair, it's gonna get greasy. But it helps me a lot. And I feel like my hair is safe whenever I have that on. I use it before and after I straighten my hair, and then just before I curl my hair. Like I said, you want to avoid putting too much on or else it's gonna just grease the crap out of your hair. And that's not fun. But it's a favorite of mine because it really makes me feel good about my hair. It makes my hair soft and it makes it smooth. It helps a little bit with frizz too, which is nice. I have a lot of that. It also adds shine to your hair. Everybody always wants a little bit of shine in their hair. Unless you don't. I don't know. You do you. Hopefully some of these products were interesting or helpful in some way. That's it for today's video. I hope you liked it, and I'll see you in the next one. Hopefully. Bye.